For this after match review, I want the lesson to be about squad leader roles, what the squad leader can do that the other players can't. And the main thing is creating spawn points. So here we are on Mutaha. The most common tactic I like to employ is trying to getting 2 spawn points, whether they be habs or rally points, on the kind of the middle part of the island, since it's the most common mid cap. And as you see, we already have several squads going to the west side, and I have some other squads coming to help me on the mid cap area. And I'm about to tell my squad, I think I already said it during the staging phase, but I was going to have one person help create the first have the rest of the squad push out, try to secure the area, and then I'll take another guy, try to get to the north part of the island, get a rally or hab.
That north island over there.
Alright.
Just one guy out real quick.
No, you.
No, you.
So I know this radio placement's in the open. I'm not really focused on trying to waste the extra 5-10 seconds to put it inside the building. Yes, it's better protected, but I'm trying to rush to get that hab set up because I already know the enemies like to also push this mid-cap area, usually with their light vehicles or their IFVs, APCs. So that's why I wasn't trying to waste the extra 5-10 seconds getting the radio more secure.
I want to blow something up.
And in the distance you hear the other squads, I think they're with their tigers, already fighting infantry.
You
guys see any vehicles or hear anything?
La 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 la.
I'll get you ammo.
So you only need at least one guy to shovel the hab, let the rest of the squad push up, try to secure the area.
Mark any Vicks you guys.
Let me just drop this ammo crate real quick.
If they can, let them find the enemy spawn point. And so remember, I already communicated this with this Lamsey guy. I told him I'd get the medic to get the first hab. I need him to help me to get the second fob up.
Oh my god.
And I like to go under the bridge. It's I think I've done this 2 or 3 times, and usually enemies never look under the bridge or on the riverside. So that's why I like in the beginning trying to get one kind of far away from the crossroad and then one past the bridge. Again, the radio is going to be exposed, but enemies tend not to look in this general area. They will find it later, but in the beginning I'm just trying to secure as much ground as I can with these fall placements.
Maybe half the ammo.
So Aslav Mark got up. You're listening to where it is relative to you, if it's closer or further away. Remember, each vehicle has a distinct sound they make, such as difference between the Logi and
Direct north.
like Aslav.
On top of the roofs. Yep.
I just saw a guy fling. Oh. Aslav north of map accurate.
And I don't know what version it is, maybe 3 or 4, I'm not sure. The marking of the maps became really buggy or laggy, where you try to create a mark, it just doesn't happen the first time. You have to sometimes do it a second time.
Yeah, drop them, little purple ninja.
Okay, we'll go to ammo warehouse.
So the reason I wanted to do an ammo warehouse instead of right in that courtyard is the hab would be in the open. Yes, it's good. You have extra ways to get out. But if the enemy was to drop mortars, airstrike, artillery, usually better in the building kind of like this, has multiple exits and has hard cover on the top.
personal.
And so I wasn't saying it, but when I was running by, let's try to skip back 10 seconds.
Over there.
When I was running through, I looked to my, I think it's the west, and I saw the silhouette of a soldier kind of on that houses.
Let's get some guys
And if that guy was already pre-aiming, maybe he would have killed me. So his body's right here. And that's what I was saying about.
Police
Oh,
station.
they're over there. Infantry marks are accurate.
And like as a squad leader, I like to put marks really fast. Also as FTL, I like to put marks on the map really fast. One, also you want to say on your squad comms, but also on command comms of what you see, what you hear, troop movement, vehicle movement, what certain vehicles, where they're looking at, so you can help your armor.
Have accurate on reserve north of police station.
Try to mark on the map and say it over command comms as quick as you can. So
Take your time.
I think I already skipped it, but I missed it. But the police station have cap just got active, and so there's two things we need to focus on. You want to secure the point, but you also need to kill the enemy's spawn point. Two things. If we were to grab police station while fighting this infantry, it is potential we can move to the west side of the map if the enemy has not done their back cap. And also, if you don't win this kind of like spawn, don't kill their spawn point, and then if you are guys on the police station, kind of like if you see on the map, we don't have much defenders on there. If they were to get wiped, and then this hab is not being pushed or contended at all, we may lose the mid-cap area. Yes, we have the extra 2 spawn points, but I always like to be prepared if we lose gunfights. So that's why I like to push enemy spawn points. Don't wait for them to push you, push them.
I'm moving on there.
So you see we have 2 guys on the police station cap. It's a lot slower than you would have 9 people.
Nice.
But kind of like, I think his name is Danny. He's already inside the hab right now, and he's trying to deter them from pushing out. Maybe then they'll come back to help save their spawn. But I also need to get over there. And then I think I missed it. I said to one guy, you build a hab, I'll go and help proxy the hab. Depending on how many teammates are near you. If it was just me, like example, these 3 guys, Lamsey, Danny, me, I would have one guy build the hab, and I would go help Danny proxy that hab. Remember, hab 2 infantry 20 meters, up to 9 infantry 90 meters.
Remember, get your guys on police station.
So a lot of action has been happening. I've been missing kind of like what I wanted to talk about, but a lot of action happening. And I think this gameplay, I'm more infantry squad leader than I'm usually. I'm usually more of a Logi creating spawn points, not in the action squad leader.
I'm gonna help you in a minute.
Alright, boys. Thanks, Rob.
So while I have these other guys helping take this hab out, these like 5 or 6 guys, I'm going to give up that 1 ticket, spawn on this hab to help on the police station. I think it was the heavy machine gunner, Chance, who died somewhere around here, so we know there's infantry on police station. They probably came from that 1 hab from the north.
Enemy fix on my body.
If your guys are down, tell them spawn at 6, get on police.
Do a drive-by on you. Yep, I was way too close for arming distance.
I'll come get you. Give me a sec.
Usually when when you see an enemy Logi truck, it's almost guaranteed that the radio is going to be close to that Logi. Players tend not to move their Logis away where they drop the radio. So if you see an enemy Logi, go ahead and investigate the area. Try to find that radio.
I'm gonna try to investigate move mark. Their Logi was over there. Maybe the radio's close by.
So you see, like throughout the whole map, we have pretty much control over the whole map. We have like 1 or 2 squads on the far west side. We got 2 or 3 squads in the central, and then we got a squad to the east. I would say to squad 4, and this is the one thing that I kind of not do in games, but I should be doing, is telling other squad leaders what to do. Yes, it's a game, and people usually play, like, depending on your server, they're usually casuals or they're like more focused, try hard. And depending on the squad leaders, you'll kind of hear either their tone of voice, if they're nice, or kind of being mean to you because of their play style. They want things to be done more quicker, more effective. I tend not to tell what other squad leaders what to do, but maybe I should. Example would be this squad 5 and squad 4. So squad 5, he created his spawn point, and then he started to march all the way to the enemy's second flag area, which is good. You potentially find their fobs, and you can potentially stall them on their second flag. But what he's doing wrong is he left his logi. His spawn point is about 600 meters away. Yes, he has a rally kind of close enough, but if he was to get that logi somewhere, let me erase this, somewhere closer, then he could control this whole west side already. For squad 4, you're going to hear, I think over comms, I don't think I missed it yet, he's going to say he's going to defend the west side of the map, and he does have contact over there, but I think it would have been better if he got into his logi, or I think there's a BTR along with him, got into that vehicle, either help us kill this hab, and then he can leapfrog, or he can leapfrog from school all the way to this second flag area.
I'll head over there. If you want to start digging it down, I can put a new hab up. I have enough supplies for it.
I don't think they know where Hab is.
Oh, okay.
I think they just saw the ammo crate or
If you need a repair station,
trying to build up
I
an
have
ammo
enough supplies
crate.
on the Echo 5. I can dump.
Be advised, 4 just neutralized 2 times enemy BTRs and 2 times squads on our position.
Whoa, shit. This is some pussy.
I also want you to kind of keep track of enemy vehicles that either was called out or over command comms or squad comms.
Ooh, they built a wall.
Because at the end of the game, we win by a very close ticket, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the vehicles, the number of vehicles that we were able to kill that allowed us to win this game.
They built a wall.
And you'll see at the end the scoreboard. So remember, just marking what I hear over command comms / squad comms, mark it on the map so other people know what's going on.
Oh, PMV. PMV
Second
to your
floor,
east.
Lambda, if you were to run by the other two, you'd be proxying their Hab.
Maybe the S lab actually.
Technically, you guys
try.
should be proxying it.
Oh. File creation is up if you need to find the radio.
Oh my god, point went far left. What the fuck?
Keep that BTR or that outside mark.
I will say also, think of, whenever you get enemy contact, think of a spawn point, whether it be a rally or a hab. There's usually a spawn point backing up enemy pushes, and I was not thinking about that at all. It is common for the enemies to try to get to that northeast side of the map, try to get a hab up in this general area, or even towards these areas, try to stall on the our back caps. So I was not thinking of that at all. And the reason I'm saying that is in about 5 or so minutes, they will be coming from this east side. So what I'm thinking is right now we have pretty much good control over the whole mid-cap area. We got 3 spawns up. Like I said earlier, squad 5, he's not using his logi at all. I'm going to use my logi to come and help them get a attack fob either on or close to Baraka. So one of the
Keep
let me get
holding
back to the
defense
map.
and bringing this lodge leader. I got
They get
18
it
on
down
me.
one level.
One of the things I tend to do throughout my gameplays is I like to either have just me or have one or two of my squad mates or a blueberry with me, and then go create a hab. The reason being is kind of like what you saw. If I got AT'd or enemy vehicle came upon me, I'd rather lose the 5 tickets for the Logi, plus however many infantry that was in the Logi, compared to the whole squad that I would have. So that's why I try to always minimize who I have in my Logi, so we don't get too many tickets lost if we do die in it.
AT on the north infantry mark.
And another kind of problem I have is I tend to have my squad scattered. I think, and I'm not sure if I said it already, but I was telling them to hold defense flag while I go do Logi run or creating spawn points. You will, I think, maybe starting forward, I should have my squad kind of be more working more together. And the reason being, I'm about to show you in a minute.
Do we have a repair up yet? We have our BTRs heavily wounded, but he's been doing work. They need
Do you have supplies at the
Shit,
Echo 6?
Someone
Just need to get
deleted
it up.
that mark? Why would they do that?
Place it down, get it up.
Yeah, sounds like that's you. Sounds like that's your best option.
If I could get other squads or my own squad to secure an area before I get there with a Logi, then what's about to happen wouldn't happen.
Nice, thank you.
So yes, we have squad 8 leader and his one guy,
You could put
but what if we had more teammates nearby?
Where their hab might be. They're digging something up, according to my guy. You want to...
And you're about to see it right here.
wherever you think is best. Oh,
Thank you,
west,
man.
west,
I'll
west.
try to do some. We're kind of
Infantry mark
pinned
accurate,
down
west.
where we're at right now.
So you see on Baraka, they're starting to take it. But the one thing they're not doing is killing the spawn points. I always say if you're attacking a flag, find the enemy spawn points, kill it, and then get on flag. Depending on the situation, you could probably do both at the same time. But usually, you want to find the spawn points first, then get on zone.
I guess we
Get
don't
back on
have a
flag.
heli pilot,
Losing
so
defense.
no easy supplies.
They probably have a new fob.
So when you're losing a flag, say it on command
Yeah,
comms
so
and
we
your
have
squad
more
comms.
squad
If
and
that's
police, and
true,
there's barely
then
a few people.
maybe...
And right here, we were losing the flag. I was trying to see where they came from. Either they circled through kind of like this riverbed, or they were able to get a hab or a rally point somewhere on these compounds.
Maybe at move mark.
I mean,
Because if they came near this radio, they should have seen it or heard it, and then try to kill that radio. Unless they're being smart and just bypassed it.
Me and the
Okay.
commander are stopping it, yeah. There's one on my building that I'm on. That was a fast mark.
So squad leader FTL, mark as soon as you can.
Investigate.
And you'll see, like, even under fire, I try to mark on the map.
Vic to the north.
Whether it be the right call or not, I like to put marks on the map so other people can see what's going on.
Main road, I believe it's an enemy tank. Could you let our armor know?
Yeah, all he's got to do would have to back up.
There's
I'm
one
running right
more
up
in
to
this
him.
building.
It's around Mark.
Armor north of Crossroad.
So remember, as a squad leader, you want to pass out vital information such as the tank.
I guess so, 'cause
You want to mark where it is, try to get an accurate mark,
tank is north of
and
Crossroad.
also try to get the direction they're looking at.
It's on
Thank
me
you.
now.
Marker
They're
should
they're
be
gonna check it
accurate.
out.
Mark
It's,
accurate.
it's hiding behind 2 palm trees.
So right now, I'm just investigating these compounds, see if there's a hab or a rally. Remember, our BMP just rolled by maybe a minute ago, and you'll see the destroyed Logi. Right there. So whether I burned a rally
Be advised, Squad 4 finally got cleared out.
or that BMP burned a rally, I'm assuming that was the area that they spawned from to attack police. And you hear on the comms, they were saying there's only 2 or 3 on the flag,
Okay,
so it wasn't much.
we can take all their halves soon though.
Okay, move mark was clear.
Yeah, which is a squad of 3. I don't know what the fuck the 3 of them were doing.
Looking back, I should have got my AT and rifleman. I like to pair my rifleman with the AT to resupply them. Try to hunt that armor or get more relevant marks for our armor.
Yeah, just get 360 degree defense. I'm gonna get this Logi, resupply it. Maybe we could get a new fob up with a new attack flag. We'll see.
I don't think that's.
So, like what I always do, I try to stick with the Logi because I like to keep Logis moving. It does 2 things. If, and it tends to happen a lot, if kind of like this Logi up here, this Logi down here, if we were to get our Logi, set up the fob, let's just say the enemy's pushed, they killed our fob here, and now our Logis are abandoned. That's 2 Logis out of the game. That's why I like, as a squad leader, I like to pair with the Logi, stick with the Logi, keep moving it around, or at least away from spawn points or radios, so the enemies don't find it easier. I like to keep that Logi moving so it doesn't get abandoned behind enemy lines. If the enemies are quote-unquote smart enough, they would destroy that Logis, so that, as an example, if they left this, let's say this Logi up here, if they left that Logi alone, potentially it has enough supplies for me to get either a rally down or a fob down. So as me, as a squad leader, I like to destroy all enemy abandoned vehicles, so it doesn't allow the enemy SL to get a spawn point down.
Did we want to?
And that's why I'm going to take this 5 Logi, get it out of there, resupply the team, create new attacking fobs.
Holding on defense.
Command
ask
squad,
Command.
but there is nothing out here.
So good thing is always ask other SLs who's defending, who's attacking. You'll see in most games, people just like to capture a flag and then move to the new attack flag without coordinating who's going to stay behind and defend.
I'm gonna take your Logi and resupply it.
And that's why I tend to defend most games, because people like to always attack. So looking back at it now, I think I'm doing a Logi run back to main. I should have grabbed the supplies from this fob right here. I have 500 construction. I can grab that 500, drive it to this area right. Well, no, it would have to be over here, away from those. I think there's the radios, 3 radios blocking it. So I need to be kind of like right here. I would need to try to get a fob somewhere on this western side, southwest side of Baraka to get a closer attack fob up, because the northern one failed. I should have grabbed that 500 construction and probably talked to Squad 5 about trying to clear that area.
Enemy hab.
But I told my guys, go ahead, go to Baraka.
Is it the one, the west mark?
And you see in the beginning of the game, we had control over it, we were taking it, but now we're losing it. And I always say, always find their spawn points, kill it, don't just cluster around on the flag, wait for them to push out.
If you are going to Baraka, investigate those hab marks. Kill those first before you get on zone. You kill their spawn points, you take the flag easier. Hey,
Oh shit, enemy
Jimmy,
vehicle
head east.
directly down the main road.
Jimmy and whoever's next to Jimmy,
Either-
head east. We're losing our fob. Losing our northeast police station
Coming
fob.
back.
Losing fob to your
I
east if you
believe
want
there's
to
an
try to save
emplaced
it.
machine.
So as you saw, I told Squad 8, told my squad members close enough, head back to that down fob, whether it be proxy or them on the radio. You won't know until you get in that blue circle.
About there.
And as you saw, I think we're about to lose our friendly tank.
If we can try to recover our Logis as well.
Hey, Pancakes, can you see if you can get to me?
Be advised, we're establishing a repair station over here by school.
Yeah, Roger.
So we can get armor back up at the front faster.
Just be careful. Stay
And like I said earlier in the game, I should have talked to Squad 4, told him he should move up, whether it being on be on defense or to go to the attack flag. But I did not tell him, and I think that kind of hindered our game. He also has a Logi with him, and I'm sure he has good intentions to put a repair station up.
God damn it.
But as you see, we have also a repair station on the west side of the map, and I think BMP was already using it. The good thing about his spawn point is if we were to lose our mid-cap fobs, then his would be a good backup spawn point.
Command, we lost East Fob as well.
Yeah, we're working on the southeast.
One thing I want to say is you don't need to go to the repair station in main. Just on the top right of your screen, you'll see your faction's flag. As long as you're on that flag,
Save that southeast Fob.
then you can grab supplies from main. You don't have to be at the repair stations.
So just keep pushing that.
There are some maps where you're at the repair station, but you're not in your main,
Police station. We're gonna need more
and you
supplies
won't
to that.
be able to grab the supplies. So, in my mind, there's two things happening. We're losing our defense, and we have no spawn, I would say good attack fobs. So you need to make a decision as a squad leader. Should you help your defense or should you help attack flag?
Bringing Logi to the southwest of Baraka, but it'll take me some time.
We currently have what I would think enough people to defend. So in my decision, I was going to help Baraka, the attack flag.
Sure thing, gentlemen. I trust you'll be able to get the offense going. But my squad is fully
Hey,
focused on
Grandier, if you
defense.
can't save that southeast tab.
Yeah.
If you just got off defense, be careful of the northeast. They may be pushing. Just keep an eye out on the map if our fobs are going down.
So remember, I told my squad they could go to the attack flag. I'm kind of regretting that because we lost two fobs potentially right now, one on the north, one on the east side. And so defense may get overrun. And if I had to choose between defense and attack, I would always prioritize defense. If you lose your defense and too many squads are committed to the attack,
Yeah, squad 4.
it is potential that your team gets rolled because no one's looking at their back half
My vehicle.
or their defense and then get rolled to their back halves.
Let's just try to recover this. Let's try to recover a hub before it's before the regular thing gets taken out.
So squad 4 finally helping on defense. That's good.
It's gotta be.
As you see, squad 5 still doesn't have any control over Baraka. They didn't find/kill the enemy spawn point.
Despawn, Charlie 6.
Squad 5 did find this southwestern one.
By you now?
Dude, did I like crossing
How crazy.
I'm
Hey, Chance, right behind you. Chance, right behind you.
right here below me. They're in this building.
These to your south.
So I think right now 2 things are happening right now.
Really close.
As I said, I like to prioritize defense. These people, these defenders, they did not save the northeast fob, and that southeast fob is still not up. So I'm kind of hesitant to go to the attack flag. I want to save defense so that we don't get rolled.
Deceased body.
So I'm going to make a decision right here, head back to defense, help secure it, and then if I can, head back to the attack flag.
Hey, sir, Pancakes, is that hat? Can you get that hat up? South of you.
Trying. There's a lot of guys around me.
Oh, okay.
It
Okay,
hasn't
I was going
burned
to attack
down,
flag, but
which tells me
let's go save this defense real
they
quick.
only dug it down.
Okay, I'll help y'all out.
No, I don't think so. I don't see anything on the UAV.
if you notice that 5 blueberry being on the radio. And I also want you to try to look at, I think I missed it already, but they had a tow emplacement on this northeast. So if there's a tow emplacement, radio marks, hab mark, whatever, try to find those radios and kill it. If you can, get 1 or 2 guys to flank around, kill those radios for the 20 tickets. It could save the game in the end.
Alright, I'm with squad 4. We're trying to reclaim the head now.
Okay. We're gonna stay in the Logi. See if there's a hab around here real quick.
So not really a smart move I'm doing right now. I'm using the Logi kind of like a recon to look for the enemy hab. Bad idea, reason being the enemies could easily shoot us out. If I had a light vehicle, then it would have been better.
Command, be advised. Looks like police station is clear at this, or the rear police station is clear at this time. They'll be advancing due north.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm walking through the...
So on where I was planning to go, remember, I was planning to go to the attack flag. Then I decided to go to defense. As a squad leader, I would recommend you always being the driver for this very reason. You never know your initial plan is going to work out, or if you have to change your route or whatever, such as me going attack, then defense, and then you saw me doing a little circle around because I saw this ASLAV mark on the west side of the map. So try to be the driver. That way you can make the decision faster instead of telling the driver what to do. They may not understand, they may hesitate, whatever.
So we'll go ahead north.
So try to be the driver.
Crossroad clear for Logi.
That sounds like an AUG.
So remember I told you there was a tow mark on this side. We got squad 9. I'm assuming he found a fob over there, so he's going to kill that. So driving by, I assumed this top part was the hab. So that's why I'm about to like panic, tell these guys to get out. But it was in a hab. It was just that shack. So I'm just going to skip ahead.
2 ASLAVs south of Charlie 6.
Come in.
I'll fucking avenge you. I appreciate that. We're just trying to mind our business and play our music.
So let me get back to the map. So when you're doing a flank, think of like enemy, I don't know how to describe it, like field of view there. So the attack flag here, defense here, the enemies are going to be looking in this kind of general area. When I did my initial flank, they saw us coming here. So what I'm going to do is a wider flank now, try to come in a different direction.
So all armor vehicles,
If
just
you
watch out
die,
for
hold
radios
spawn.
now.
I may be able to get this hab up. Hold
So what I'm telling my squad right now is if they do go down, hold for spawns in case I'm able to get this fob up. That way they don't spawn in back on defense, and then being several thousand meters away, I need them at this new spawn point I'm about to create.
Out there right across the street over that wall. First floor.
So I'm not sure if you're able to hear it, but there is the Abrams
Marker to north of the enemy hab marker. Is that accurate?
Bottom right.
pretty close. And so I'm panicking because I'm assuming this tank is about to see us and about to blow up my Logi. So I'm panicking right now. I want to get the hab in a good location, but also I don't want him to blow up our Logi and then lose the supply point. So I'm just panicking right now.
Enemy hab
Bad fob placement.
I see him running. I'm about to get shot.
Radio and hab close together. I don't recommend doing that.
Tank north of a Baraka. Semi
That
accurate
hab
mark.
up will spawn in with the rockets.
Yeah, I'll get back in the lodgy with you.
Drop an ammo crate real quick before you leave.
It's near the stairs.
Cool.
So with this bad placement, I'm already expecting this fob to go down. I'm telling other squads, go ahead, spawn here. In my mind, I'm thinking I need to get a new spawn point, whether it be rally or hab, somewhere away from this. The reason being, and I haven't done it through the whole game. So this is just the mid-cap area. So I put my hab, I think right here. And their main being over here, their heli can easily fly from their main to Baraka, and they're going to see my hab in the open. So that's why I was getting this second spawn point up. People tend not to look towards their spawn points for enemy flank. Never assume just because the main is towards, like example, this north side, never assume this is your side of the map. Enemy squad leaders can create spawn points anywhere. So for defense, always have 360-degree visual.
Have a rate available in 2 minutes.
You want to listen and see for enemy movement.
Looks like this would allow us to take Baraka.
Okay, new hab and rally is set up for Baraka.
So-
Spawn up here.
Remember, I'm panicking about that hab I just placed up. And if you look at the map, the two radios kind of block each other to get a kind of like a western fob up. So that's why I just placed a rally. It also does another thing. I have enough supplies in the truck to get a new fob if we lose that radio I just placed.
Our southern hab on my observe.
Yo, we got a fucking enemy tank crossing the bridge. The police
Mark
station.
accurate.
Okay, they're on that repair station.
Let me see if we can get an angle on.
Vehicle near observe.
Never mind, he pushed across the water, he's coming down the main road.
Infantry on observer dead.
Squad 4, I know this is a stretch, but any chance to be willing to engage this?
So remember what I said. Usually players tend to leave the lodges near their radios.
Another lodge near squad leader if you want to kill it. Points.
It did not happen in this instance,
Took off to the north.
but in about a minute,
Enemy helicopter.
you can use,
200 meters north of our.
and I'm about to show you.
Looks like they just dropped supplies.
Infantry pushing observe north.
Or his vehicle just got fucked.
Let's spread out. Try to find this hab.
So auditory, you hear this enemy helo coming in. And I'm about to show you. I don't do it in game, but what you can do is when a heli is hovering over an area, he's most likely dropping supplies. So example, let's just say in game. Think like right here. I think he was hovering right here. What you can do is put your observe mark on it and put a fob creation up, and that will give you a general idea of where their radio could be. So I think the radio was this building right here, and that fob creation just shows you where that radio could be and help you find that radio easier. Again, I didn't do it in this game, but just a tactic you can do.
It's hovering around here. Oh, it was.
Yeah, he went
Enemy
back to main.
armored vehicle coming in on the west, heading south. Squad leader coming straight for you.
Radio's gotta be around here somewhere.
PMV.
No, yep.
PMV west. PMV coming west of Baraka.
Can you hear the radio from here?
Oh, you found it?
It's around here somewhere. Yeah, we're coming.
Out dish, let's head to move mine.
So
PMV is coming
if
towards
you're
you.
able to find the radio before you find the hab, it's usually easier to kill that because the radios are usually left undefended. Sometimes any players don't realize their radio is being dug down.
I'll try to cover you.
Is that
They're direct south for our
good
hab.
idea?
There's only one.
entrance. I found
I think you're running right into them.
Southeast.
Right here, I'm about to get cocky. I've been thinking I'm doing well in the gunfight so far.
He's close to you.
So I got cocky, got killed.
2 dead on me.
We are destroying a radio west of Baraka.
So when I get into gunfights, I usually get distracted with them, and I'm not like thinking or of what's happening with the team. Comms, information going over command comms or squad comms. I'm usually distracted by these gunfights. So that's why in most of my videos, I tend not to get into the thick of action. Because for me, I like to play more of what the squad leader can do for the team, such as create spawn points, create marks on the map.
I'm looking at a tank
So right now you see the northern attack fob going down.
here. It's in front of the commander. Why he hasn't marked it, I don't know. It's around here. I'll get a better mark here in a second.
So potentially what I should have done, either got my squad back to our first fob to save it, or get this Logi further away, maybe to this west side. You see, I think right here are the edges of the fob exclusion zone. So I need to get a radio somewhere in this area. And that's just one of the things I was not thinking of. I was too distracted with this gunfight, finding this radio.
West of police is accurate.
Yeah, if it's tractor now.
So probably right here I'm seeing, on the top left you see the radio health. It's fine. Enough to people spawn in. I'm probably thinking, oh, it's safe. We could probably get to flag. I wasn't thinking, we have enough supplies. We could potentially dig this all down, move the radio to a new location.
10 seconds on the rally.
All because you place a fob doesn't mean you don't have to dig it up and relocate it. If the enemy's found it and it's too hot for people to spawn in, then just relocate it. Dig it down, relocate.
Radio's on your location, so they're gonna spawn from your east.
Is that radio down in stage at least?
Yeah, I think he's tracked. He's not fucking moving.
So
Okay, have
Ooh, let's
and
see if this
radio.
hits.
this squad so far is pretty competent. They're pretty good fighters. They're getting to the relevant areas I need them to be. The one thing I wish is whether I knew whether this radio was either down a stage or bleeding out.
Landish, there's a blue building on your left down the
Because in my mind,
Holy shit.
the hab is probably still up.
And,
The enemy's still spawning in.
next to it.
LAV coming down the street.
Ass lab coming on Baraka. Semi-accurate mark for that ass lab.
So you'll see 2 infantry, one on the top, one on the second floor.
It is out. Do you have a ammo
I
bag?
see him.
And there was a guy, I don't know if you saw it, on like this second floor right here.
Does anyone have an ammo bag?
Logi should have ammo. Aslab coming on our Logi.
So with this Aslav pushing us now, I'm already thinking that my rally's going to get burned and we're about to lose that Logi. And if we lose that Logi and the rally, we're going to lose this whole northern side. So I'm just prepared for us to lose this whole northern side, and that's what I was thinking. I should have moved that Logi towards this west side, southwest side, get another attacking fob up. I don't really think of that southern attack fob as a good one since how far it is. And I should have told Squad 5 or another squad leader, try to get a southwestern attack fob up.
How the fuck did they keep spawning our shit?
Well, I put it in the open. comes from their main, so
So like I said, bad placement. I already knew it was going to be bad placement. My hope was to get this fob down, have people spawn in, we kill their spawn point, then get on zone. But as you saw, it took us too long to get to their spawn point, kill it, get on zone. It took way too long.
Second
Blueberry died on the radio. They're gonna take that radio back up.
So just cleaning up the map, try to make more accurate marks.
That radio on Bravo 4 is administered.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get that
yeah,
radio
looks like
back.
we're going to lose that radio. But we are on the radio on Bravo 4.
So if you are losing your fob and you're killing the enemy fob, you could kind of think of it as like a equal kind of like balance. Ticket wise, they lose 20 tickets, we lose 20 tickets.
Oh, for a second there, I hoped that we could
Yeah,
have
I
a
need an
pilot.
ammo bag on this rally.
There's a lot you not have
I got
supplies.
shot down at D5.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
shut
not
down.
doing
So the reason I'm not giving up is I don't need to give up. I don't need to be in the action with my guys. I can stay down and mark things on the map. Plus the one ticket. And usually around, let's say 100, 150 tickets, I like to tell my guys not to give up as quickly.
Went down like Black Hawk
Try
Down.
start preserving tickets.
On there. Just be careful when you guys roll in.
And you'll be surprised how many games you could win if you tell your team not to click that give up button. Remember, you have 5 minutes being down. Just wait for your guys to clear it and then pick you up.
Which app?
Radio's
No,
down.
probably hit the Bravo 4 area. The radio is going down, but there's still infantry around it.
Nah, I mean like they. Unfortunately.
So it's just squad leader asking where he could place mortars.
30
I was just
tickets.
telling him that area was hot.
Bob.
Yeah.
So this guy was saying we lost, we're losing this game by radio loss, and it is true. We lost this ammo. Well, get red. We lost this radio on ammo warehouse. We lost the initial northern attack fob. We lost the second northern attack fob. That's 3 radios that we lost. But you also have to think about radios the enemies lost. So they marked one here. We killed the one on Crossroads. I think there was a fob around here. Where was it? Around here, because that tow. And then we're killing this radio. So at least 4 radios that I know of. So we kind of balance with tickets. But there's other things in game that can help you win or lose the game, and that's going to be vehicles. How many vehicles you destroyed, how many vehicles the team lost.
Maybe 2 armors.
And if you listen throughout the game, like Commander, he was able to kill a tank and a S-Lab on police station a couple minutes ago. My AT killed those 2 Logis a couple minutes ago.
Well, we only lost 2 fobs that I can think of. The one at ammo warehouse and the one north.
Squad 4 killing those several vehicles on the eastern side of the map earlier in the game.
3 just on the west side. 3 or 4.
So not much happening throughout the game. We're going to lose a lot of infantry tickets. And I kind of have the theory that it's because we didn't have a close enough spawn point towards Baraka. That Squad 5 and whoever else did it, they kept running in towards Baraka and they kept dying. Yes, they were capturing it earlier, but they never attacked the enemy spawn point. And that's what hurt them from grabbing that flag.
Just marked 2 more.
So I'm assuming your radio is gone? Or is it bleeding out?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, their radio's gone. No, it's gone.
Radio
got
West
2
Baraka
ASLabs,
is dead.
Alpha 5
We should
moving
be able to take
south.
Baraka, but
White
you get all
on that.
bodies on it though.
So telling the team get all bodies on Baraka. We have 13 tickets left. If we can, let's try to get the capturing the flag faster.
Thank you. Remember, if you go down, do not give up. They are going to be coming from the northeast side.
Someone just went down on the other side of the wall. Teammate.
Fucking rally.
Let's
They
go.
burned
So
us.
whenever they kill your fobs, expect them to come from that direction. Right now, I'm thinking rally is going to get burned. I have to get further away from the action to get a new rally down.
That's crazy, man. We're winning in objectives. I don't understand losing.
Let's try to get to this part.
And surprisingly, we won by 12 tickets.
Oh.
Another close game.
So, tickets, we lost 192 infantry. If you're commander, you lose. He lost 3 tickets, but really it's 6 because he's twice the infantry cost. So 192 plus the extra 3, and the enemies only lost 167 infantry deaths. But you want to look at radio cost, vehicle cost, tickets, and I think that it's because we killed the team killed so many enemy vehicles that we were able to win the game. We didn't capture the attack flag. We didn't get that. It's either 30 or 60 tickets when we capture attack flag. So we didn't get that bonus. We were only winning because of enemy vehicles lost. Don't worry about score. It's not representative of the game. In the description box, I listed a Reddit post about a better scoreboard system that I think OWI should try to implement, so you can see actual tickets gained and lost of the game.